the places that I go surfing, my odds are the same as the next guy, all right? The odds haven't changed just because I got attacked by a shark once.
Clipped my legs out from under me, yanked my suit off me, naked. Like naked people, prepubescent, no pubic hair, sad day.
And we just sprint down that thing like a couple cheetahs and go straight into the harbor, no idea where to go. We didn't want to go back to the ocean because the boat was out there.
Like 3 seconds of just free fall, and then just there's a long hold down, and
balanced by the pound. Shorty never act wild, very low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. Curves the word, spins the verb. Loving it cause so freak what you heard.
We were always told never to tattle. But when the tales become this good, they must be told.
And next thing you know, just wham, just straight onto my rail, on my board, right in front of everyone, like on West Cliff, just all.
Like, so you lost your dog, which actually isn't his dog, it's his wife's dog, and he still paddles out, just figuring the dog's dead and done for, and he's gonna surf.
Little sister, there's blood on the tracks, and a lit cigarette, but you're not coming back to a town that was built on black gold and iron ore. And the kettle got hot and it boiled and it steamed, and you can't run away from the worst of your dreams. We'll string you up when you try to fall down.
Turned out that he had already peed in his suit, and he had to drive the rest of the way down to the next spot, marinating in his suit with pee in it.
Yes, you have reached Sean Barney Barron. Please leave a message.
Barney, it's Tazzy. Remember that thing you did at the hook when you broke your board over your head? I don't know if I want to say this one.
Mid-80s to low 90s inland Wednesday night. Fog rolling back in by 11 p.m. and a low around 56. On your Monterey Bay boaters forecast, west winds 5 to 15 knots, decreasing to 5 knots after midnight. Wind waves 1 to 3 feet, becoming less than 2 feet with a west swell 2 to 3 feet 9 seconds. And patchy fog after midnight. Quick look at the traffic this evening. Looks like there was a traffic collision, no injuries. Highway 1 near the junction of Springfield. Otherwise, traffic's running smooth out there right now. Nice, comfortable 66 degrees here at KSCO. Up next, Off the Lip Radio Show.
Opinions expressed in the following sponsored program are not necessarily those of KSCO Radio, its staff, management, or advertisers. If something is said with which you disagree, please call us during the program in order to help us balance comment.
Good evening and welcome to Off the Lip, the show about surfing and skateboarding. If you'd like to join the show tonight, give us a call at 831-479-1080. That's 831-479-1080. And now, here are your hosts for tonight's program, Neil Pearlberg and Terry Campion.
Good evening and welcome to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We are currently recording, or trying to record, all the surf and skate history in Santa Cruz and beyond. TC, where are you? Yeah, we got little Kai. We got Kai Dollar in the house. Kai Dollar is 3 years old. We're looking for TC. Now, TC is in LA tonight. Oh, somewhere. No, not sure where TC is, but he's not here. Can't find him. Tried calling him today. Not here. So, in his place, as our co-host this evening, Mr. Austin Smith Ford. Good evening, Austin. How you doing?
What's going on, Santa Cruz? Congratulations. You have won a free upgrade in co-host tonight. Here to keep you entertained all hour long. Let's do this, boys.
There we go. That's our new co-host. Also in the studio tonight, we have, talking about his new movie, Tattletales, Mr. Kyle Buthman in studio.
How's it going?
But before we kick it off, special guest showed up tonight really quickly. We got about, how long we got? 5-10 minutes, Sean? How long is he going to last?
We'll see how long Kyle lasts here.
Back from Pico Alto, Peru, where he surfed in the Big Wave World Tour event, came in third. Well done there, Mr. Dollar.
Thank you.
Here with Kai, his son Kai, who's 3 years old, is having a great time with the headphones.
Kai, you want to say hi to everyone?
No. Heck no. Nah. If you want to call in tonight, the phone number is 831-479-1080. This is the Off the Lip Radio Show. We're on Facebook, Instagram, tweeting. What else we got going on? YouTube. What else I got going on? What else is there, Austin? What am I missing?
I don't know.
Does that cover it?
I think I saw you posting flyers down at the point the other day, right?
Did
you
I?
can send in snail mail these days, can't you?
I think so. I think I
You'll
did.
read them next week.
You can post some flyers for me if you want.
I will do. Happy to do so. Mr. Dollar, how was your trip? Successful? Was it a success for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think finishing third is definitely a success, and I mean, either way, I had a blast, and it was rad traveling with the guys from Santa Cruz. And
who'd you travel with?
I traveled with Tyler Fox. Ryan Augustine joined us up in Mexico City, and then Skin Dog was with us too. And then we got down there, I was with Tazzy and like Nick Lamb. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, there's 6 of us from Santa Cruz down there.
So representing.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, we got such a tight bond, and we're all traveling together and supporting each other. And,
right.
You know, it's like Tazzy and I making it to the final, like those guys all felt like they had the excitement like they did, you know? Like it was rad to all rally together and support each other.
Right. How was the wave?
Good wave.
You never surfed it before,
Never
have you?
surfed it before, and I was really surprised by, 1, how big it was, and 2, it was really powerful.
How big was it, may we ask?
I would say like 35 foot with some 40-foot sets.
Okay.
Occasionally some bigger ones, like that one Twiggy got was bigger. It was good size. I mean, you never know what you're going to expect, you know? South America, coming from Mavericks, you got to be open for anything, and that wave is super shifty. It's not like Mavericks. Mavericks breaks in a single spot, and this wave breaks anywhere and everywhere.
So how did you prepare? So you haven't surfed there before. How did you prepare? Because you were there. It was a whirlwind trip, correct?
Yeah, you know, what was good was Tyler Fox and I paddled out the night before as the swell was building, and we got to be out there alone, him and I, and then the rest of the guys joined us. And that kind of gave me a perspective, you know. It wasn't as big as it was in the contest, but I could tell. I found a lineup that I liked, and I was able to get an idea on what was going to happen.
Right.
And that gave me a lot of confidence.
What do you got, Austin? Now's your time to shine. You co-host a radio show. Now's the time.
Yeah,
you can be quick to the questions.
So I noticed on the when I was watching the webcast, you know, we were tuning in, watching your guys' heats, and we saw Tazzy wearing like a spring suit, and we were all like,
Yeah.
what is going on out there? Like, they're in freezing Peru, like Tazzy's wearing a spring suit. Is this just like him being crazy? But then I talked to him when he got home, and he said that he was the only one that was actually like happy you guys all had 4.3s and hoods. And so what was going on with your equipment? How was the water temp, and what was going on?
Yeah, so that was really confusing. Good question. So, like, I got a hold of Skinny, and Skinny's like, bring your 5.4, your 4.3 hooded suit, whatever. You know, be ready. It's supposed to be cold down there, 55 degrees or lower. And we get down there, and everyone's telling us that you could trunk it, and then people are telling us you need a full suit. It was just like, it was super confusing. And it was like, I brought a 4-3 hooded suit, like ready to go, like way overdressed. And so everyone's like, we're trying to figure out how we're going to cut our suits, what we're going to do. And then Tazzy just gets there and Tazzy decides just to cut his legs off his suit without even going in the water. It's like he had such a kind of a styling suit going on, you know, with like the capris. And it was like, it was so classic. And he gets in the water and I could tell like he was comfortable the whole time. And he was kind of like, you know what I mean? He didn't even test the water. He just cut. And, he had good mojo going. You know, Tazzy's the guy that shows up to these things always relaxed. And
why is he like that? Is it just his nature?
Oh, yeah. It's totally his nature. Yeah. You see him cruising down the street. He's just, you know what I mean? He's in the moment all the time. Right. Always in the moment.
Yeah. How was that wave you got? You were on a wave with him that you got launched, correct?
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
I saw that picture.
Did the cockroach. I don't know. I mean, at that point, that was the final. I was so exhausted. Like, I've never been that tired ever
in my life.
Is it
from surfing or jet lag or a combination of both?
Both. I mean, I was extremely jet lagged when I got there. I couldn't sleep on the plane. And then, I don't know. It was interesting. That wave was so consistent. And I spent, half my waves, I didn't make it around the corner. And that was kind of the case for most of the people. And I had a really high wave count. And by the time I got to the final, I was just so spent. Like, I've never been that tired ever. And it was, for me, I surfed 45-minute heat that was just, it kicked my butt. Like, I don't know, I could describe it like going to CrossFit or something. Go to the gym for 45 minutes and just absolutely wear yourself out.
So how was it? You got launched and you were exhausted. Did that make it worse? Did it make it more dangerous for you?
It made it way worse. It was just like every time you just like take the steam out of you. And then, you'd be under, the rescue guys took a while to pick you up. So you went halfway to the beach and it was just like, I don't know, I can't really describe it. It's like you just got to pick yourself back up and keep going.
Right. Now, when you on the way back, were you going to Puerto Escondido? Did you stop by there, or just? I heard you were trying to head out there.
That's a whole nother story. Skin Dog
for Tattletales. Maybe we should get that in Tattletales.
Yeah, that would be a good Tattletales one. Skin Dog got us so pumped. We're all at the room. We're all at the room trying to figure out what our next move is. We were going to go to Chicama, and Skin Dog was just like, "You guys have to go to Porto," and we're like, "You're right." Like, and then Nick Lamb showed up and was like, "You guys have to go to Porto." So we're like. We went from like, we're not going into being like, we packed in 15 minutes and headed to the airport to just get on a standby flight or get on a flight. And not too much preparation or planning. And we just got denied by every airline that was there and couldn't get a flight out. And so we kind of made the best of it. And at 6 a.m, hopped on a flight to Chicama.
Right.
8 hour, which is an hour flight north, and surfed the longest left in the world for like 24 hours. And it was going off, and it was a killer decompression,
So were you like, yes, that was so sick. We just surfed the best left ever. And then, got to the airport and logged on and saw Dorian's wave of the century and instantly just realized that Chicama wasn't pulling it.
Correct. That is exactly the case. But you know what? That's Dorian. I mean, I'm real.
Yeah, but you're
realistic.
You got the biggest wave in the world, man. That could have been
you. I know. But Dorian's a freak, man. Dorian's a freak. And, for me, going to Porto, I've had pretty good luck there, and I've also had really bad luck. And going into Porto is absolutely wiped out, which I was from Chicama. I mean, from Pico Alto is not really the place you want to start. So
I got 2 questions from the ladies. You ready?
Okay. So you guys...
This is Shannon from the Surf Channel. She just texted me. She wants to know, are you in Tattletales too? Are you in his movie? What's the deal with that? Kyle's in it or not? Is he on the cutting room floor?
Out. The movie might not even be done yet. It's getting close.
Okay, so Shannon. Okay, that was question number 1. Question
Shannon,
number 2.
You better come to the premiere and find out yourself.
Ooh, there you go. What do you think? Is that an invite from Austin?
Yeah.
There we go.
Come on down, Shannon.
What are you thinking?
Might have a new story for the next Tattletales.
One more question. This is from De La Soul and Bianca Valenti up there in Ocean Beach. They want to know about how you feel about the women surfers in these big wave events. Do they belong there? What's your take on that?
Yeah, they absolutely belong there. I mean, the question is, how do you fit them into the day, and like how do you set up the structure? Because we're seeing girls that are absolutely charging, and they they deserve their own heats. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to put them against the guys, but I want to see a heat like at Mavs with the girls.
Right.
And I mean, I surf with Savannah Shaughnessy all the time, and she absolutely charges. And I mean, if the guys would give her more of a break out there, it would be amazing, you know? And so I would love to kind of see everyone kind of get out of the way of the girls and let them have 45 minutes to show us what they can do.
Cool.
Bianca Valente's a pretty damn good surfer herself.
Yeah.
I've been down to Puerto with her a lot of years back, and she rips. She gets just as barreled as the guys.
She belongs out there?
Bianca's right there, too.
So
like,
rad.
I mean, it would be so crazy. And I mean, then you got Jamstar, too. Like, I mean, there's girls that are not scared of going, and they need a shot at it. So I know that there's some serious talks about it. So I think it's sooner than later.
Didn't they already have a girls' heat at Nelscott?
Well, Shannon.
She won it.
Bianca.
Yeah, she killed it.
Yeah,
she won it.
Do you think that, like the way that big wave surfing is judged and stuff is fair right now? Like, how do you feel about the judging criteria? And what is the judging criteria? Because they never really go over that too much in the webcast. I'm just kind of curious if it's similar to like a small wave surfing event, or is it strictly based on the biggest wave? Or are they looking for like maneuvers? What is the current criteria?
So that's a super complicated question right now, because they changed that for this Pico Alto contest a little bit, where they're going to favor, they wanted to favor performance surfing more than they had in the past, but they still wanted the best ride to win, or you know what I mean, to get the highest score.
Right.
And what we saw from the surfer's perspective was they overscored performance surfing in many of the heats, and the biggest wave, like Twiggy's wave, only got, I believe, an 8. It didn't get that high of a score, and the thing was, the biggest wave of the contest, it was...
8's not that high?
It's not that... I mean, it's high, but honestly, like, in my opinion, I thought that should have been the highest. That should have been, like, a 9 or higher.
Right.
Like,
that wave was huge.
It was huge,
That was massive, but I kind of thought it was really high, because he just went straight.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like... I mean, Makua got a 9 for, like, the craziest drop ever, and then did a couple cutbacks and rode all the way through. And then he just kind of got taken out. I was like, well, that was a high score. I didn't expect that. Because Gabriel Villaron got a crazy airdrop, and he made it, and they gave him a 2.5. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I haven't went back and watched the whole thing. But I think what's interesting is there's such a change in, like, the way the judging goes. And it's for the better, because we really need to have performance being raised within surfing. But before, it would be like, get a big board, catch the biggest wave, and you'd win. And that's, you gotta change the game plan now. But honestly, like, well, what I saw, the interesting thing about Pico Alto was, I think this guy's falling asleep.
He's out.
He's out.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, then that's gonna be easy tonight. Is when you're a mile away as a judge, it's the reality is, when you're in the water, like where I was sitting, I sat front row for Makua's wave, and I sat front row for Twiggy's wave, and Twiggy's wave was gnarly.
Right.
That was a tough one to paddle, and Makua's wave was gnarly too. But I'm just saying, I felt like, from what I saw in the water, the judges couldn't feel that and really see all those aspects from that far away.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's a work in progress. You know, I mean, there's so much that's going to keep changing.
Yeah, it was a great event. It was a great event to see on the computer or TV. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, and Makua killed it. Makua killed it.
We think you should take this young man. If you want to let this guy sleep or nap, just bring him down here and put him on the radio. Listen to you talk. He's
I'm
asleep.
that bad. I love it.
He's asleep. This is the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. This portion of the show is brought to you by Freeline Design Surf Shop, home of one of surfing's most notable families, the Mells, who for 45 years have been serving the needs of the surfing community of Santa Cruz. Stop by the shop, 1 block from the beach at the Hook. Check out a true surf shop with history. I want to thank Sean Dollar for coming in. Kai, thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll be right back up.
Good job, Dollar. Good luck next year.
Thank you.
Next event.
Thinking of a vacation in Santa Cruz? Then contact Beach Nest Vacation Rentals at 831-722-0888 to make your reservation. The very best local vacation management company with their staff will take care of the tiniest of details to better your memorable Monterey Bay holiday. They are pet-friendly with a choice of homes on or close to the beach in Santa Cruz and the Central Coast. For further information, go to beachnest.com or follow them on Facebook.
Aloha Island Grill, corner Portola Drive and 17th Avenue, featuring mouth-watering plate lunch. We're proud to celebrate 10 years of serving the Santa Cruz community. And we'd like to send a shout-out to Neil and TC for doing a great job for over a year here with their Off the Lip radio show. We're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Visit us on the web at alohaislandgrill.com. Like us on Facebook. For to-go orders, call 479-3299. Congratulations once again to Neil and TC for 1 year on the air. Aloha Island Grill is a proud member of Think Local First.
Hey, would you like to learn to surf? If so, you got to check out the Easy Rider Surf School, locally owned and operated by father and son team Joe and Liam Hession, who have a combined 50 years of surfing knowledge between them.
Focusing on smaller classes for more individual attention, Joe and Liam provide a comfortable and relaxing atmosphere, just steps from the beach, where each student can experience some of the best waves Santa Cruz has to offer. So don't wait. Get yourself up and riding this summer at Easy Rider Surf School.
Call 650-722-7580 or visit easyridersurfschool.com. Or like us on Facebook.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Hi, this is Steve Pereira, the beach guy at Bailey Properties in Santa Cruz, California. If you're looking for a beach home or a coastal property, give us a call at 831-818-7064, or you can call my wife Diane at 831-818-5939, or drop in on our website at lifesabeach.com and check out all the inventory in all price ranges. We've been selling beach properties since 1982. We're here to help you. Give us a call today.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We are on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, YouTube, KSCO.com, and KSCO 1080 AM, where we ask you to listen and be heard. This portion of the show is brought to you by Felix $10 Ding Repair. This is a trivia portion of the show, and tonight we have, what are we giving away?
I think we got 2 tickets to next week's show, Tattletales.
Okay, got 2 tickets to Tattletales. And we've got 2, I think we got 1 shirt for Santa Cruz Native shirt.
Oh, yeah. We got these sick Santa Cruz Native Indian tees with the rave shades.
Right, we got that to give it.
Party till you're dead. I think is what
we got hats. We're giving it all away. Call the number, call the number 4. What's the question? It's a Get Rad question, because Kyle Buthman, who we're going to talk to next, is the director of the Get Rad series of movies, which were really entertaining.
So are we going to put that one on Austin and have him come up with a little
Are we going to have someone live on the air calling in and answing, or what's the deal?
No, Chris the engineer. He answers the phone.
So we don't get to listen to it?
No.
Weak.
And he doesn't have the answer to the question anymore, by the way, either.
So
what's the question? Can you whip one out real quick? We can't have Daddy on there. This is going to be snappy. You got to be quick.
All right, you
got to be quick.
This is a 2-part question. Number 1. Question 1A is, who had the closing sections in Get Rad 1, 2, and 3?
Oh,
wow.
I like it.
Okay. It might be the same person. It might be 3 different people. I don't know. You're going to have to know yourself. And the second part of the question is you have to rap 1 line of Little Skittles rap from Get Rad 3. So, 2-part question. Let's see what you guys got.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to listen. I really wish I could.
I'm going to have Chris. If somebody calls in with the right, answer, calls in with they think the answer may be, put them through to me, and we'll bet them on the air and see what they sound like.
Okay.
Perfect.
831-479-1080. This portion of the show is brought to you by $10 Ding Repair. Felix, if your board's ding, donged, smacked, broken, snapped in half, Felix at 722-4060 will fix it for you. You had your board fixed by Felix yet?
Oh, yeah.
Felix
is great.
See the guy? Have you seen his beard lately?
I haven't seen him lately.
Man. It's freaking huge. In studio tonight, we have my guest co-host Austin Smith Ford, along with his good friend Kyle Buthman. We're talking about his new movie, which comes out, I don't know when it comes out, July 16th?
Wednesday, July 16th. That's a week from tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. downtown at the Del Mar. All in the past, I've done all my movies at the Rio Theater, but this is a totally different movie. It's a different vibe. It's a lot kind of slower, artsier, prettier, and I thought the Del Mar would be a more fitting theater for this one, so
What's the movie about? Can you tell us about it?
The movie is about classic tales of Santa Cruz surfing history, or not history, just any time from now.
Can you give us a lineup of people, lineup of surfers who are in the movie that aren't on the cutting room floor?
Well, let's see.
We got Peter Mel.
Pete Mel tells a story in the movie. You know, we got everyone from Pete Mel to Kyle Tierman to guys that you've never heard of. You know, and everyone in between. I probably got like 20 stories, and I think there's about 7 in the movie, and mixed in with a bunch of surfing. So it's
whose idea was the movie to come up with this? Just a Tattletales idea.
My idea. Always got to come up with something to keep it interesting. I love surf videos myself, but they get when it's just surf.
Right.
It's just too much. You need a little break. So
of course,
I always try to keep something there, and I want to do something that was a little just different than in the past. Instead of having like a running storyline, or this movie is definitely a little more serious, but it's pretty funny at the same time. There's some classic stories, there's some serious stories, there's some scary shark stories, and some good stuff in there.
Yeah, Kyle's always been into gossip, so he wanted to learn a bunch of stories so he could just talk about them. So he figured the best way was to get people on camera.
It's like an Oprah type thing.
And didn't have to ask around. They just came to him and told him all the surf lingo around town, and it was just perfect.
Wow. How many stories did you compile?
I think there's about 20 that will be on the DVD, but in the actual film, there's only I think 7.
Okay. How did you match the footage of the surfing to the stories?
It basically how the format of the movie is kind of laid out. It will go like someone tells a story. Most stories happen at a certain surf spot or around a certain area, and the next section will relate to that story as well as it can. So if someone tells a story about Stockton Avenue, the next section will be at Stockton Avenue.
Okay. 831-479-1080 is the phone number to call in tonight. If you want to talk to Kyle Buthman, my co-host tonight, Austin Smith Ford, who, by the way, Austin, nobody called. Gonna come up with an easier question. Got another question to give away these Santa Cruz native T-shirts.
I don't know. I think you gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah,
you gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it. Okay, what was the question again? Repeat the question.
All right. Question 1A.
1A.
Who has the closing sections in Get Rad 1, 2, and 3? And 1B, we want you to re-rap one line from Little Skittles' Emmy-nominated song, Taste the Rainbow.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Drug Free Solution, offers a solution for heroin and opiate addicts.
Wow.
Austin. The Detox Method is an app that only takes 3 days. You can then move on to the 9-month home program to cleanse addiction from your life physically, mentally, and emotionally. Learn more at drugfreesolution.com or follow them on Facebook.
3-day program?
Not bad, huh?
Wow, that's pretty amazing if that works.
Do you think it works? Apparently it does.
I mean, we're sponsored by them, so I heard they work real well.
If you got a bit of an issue, got a bit of a problem, drugfreesolution.com.
Yeah.
What do you got for him? Got a question for Buthman?
So how were some of the stories? Was anyone getting too explicit and maybe X-rated? Did anyone have some wild party stories that you had to cut out of the video, or did everyone kind of keep it around the ocean related?
There was definitely some stories that were not appropriate. I don't want to say any names, but a couple people told some pretty good ones.
Are we going to keep them anonymous?
Yeah. These are pretty anonymous.
That's right.
I don't think we can talk about them tonight.
Is there a couple? Give us one.
Let's hear a story from you, Neil.
Can we talk about the Harbor? Harbor Bill was in the movie, wasn't he? I see Harbor Bill.
Well, someone in the movie tells a harbor story, but I'm not sure who it was.
No, we don't know?
We don't know.
It's under wraps, huh?
It's shot completely silhouetted, but I was sworn to secrecy of who the person actually is. I hear the harbor police are still looking for him.
Wow. So,
how about the Get Rad series of movies? What's going on with those? Is it going to be a Get Rad 4? Is that in the works? Because if anybody, just let me check back for a second. The Get Rad series is 3 movies. They are, how are they?
They're awesome.
Awesome is the correct word. They're awesome. Check them out. Are they on YouTube?
No, they're not on YouTube.
Where can you get them at?
I think they got them, all of them, 1, 2, and 3 at Freeland.
Okay, anywhere else? How about somewhere else outside of Santa Cruz? Somebody wants to get surf movie.
500 seats as opposed to 600 plus at the Rio.
Okay.
So,
who's your team that makes this movie? Is it just you, or do you have a team of people?
It's me.
Just you?
This is just me.
He keeps it super secretive too. I live with Kyle, and I have not even seen one section of the movie. I'll come home and I'll be like, "Oh, what's up, Kyle? What are you doing?" He closes his door. "Get out of my room. I'm editing. You can't see this till the movie."
He's probably heard every song and every story.
Yeah, I definitely know the soundtrack real well.
But you in the Get Rad series.
Yeah.
How's your rapping career after that rap that you did, the Little Skittles rap?
Yeah.
How's your rapping career coming along?
I had a few, agencies approach me.
Who?
Jay-Z,
Who agent?
Little John, and P. Diddy. They all came up and wanted a piece of Skittle, but I decided to keep it local hip hop scene, and I want to keep it underground. That's how Little Skittle rolls. And you can still find me down at the harbors on Thursdays at the beach parties. I sell my CDs down there each Thursday. So
wow, unbelievable.
We actually heard a little idea for a future Little Skittle rap today when we surfed the land. Someone said,
"Whoa. We can't be releasing."
Can you sing us? Can you sing us? Can you give us a little verse?
Oh, sorry. This is pro bono right now. Little Skittle
I'll give you $5
for free.
I'll pay you. $5 in the Off the Lip Radio Show account.
$5.
You want me to do a little Skittle off? I need a backwards hat or something. I'm not Little Skittle right now.
There you go.
Right now, I'm Austin.
Okay, now he's Little Skittle. Okay, here we go.
Yo, dog, that feels way better. All right. You gonna kick me a beat, Neil, or what?
No, into the mic. Come on.
All right. I'm not talking about Moroccan music here. All right. We're sitting down at KSCO at Off the Lip. Talk about Kyle Buthman's new flick. Gonna see all the local boys rip. Don't even trip. That's all you get for $5, Neil.
That's all I get for $5, is that? Hey, Kyle, is this movie going to be shown outside of Santa Cruz? I mean, we have an audience worldwide here. Can they see the movie? Can they get the movie?
As of right now, I don't know yet. I would like to submit this one to some film festivals because it's definitely my best movie yet. So, it's definitely...
What are you doing? What's going on with your...
We're going to do one premiere and see where it goes.
What's going on with your career? Because you've made some fine movies. They're very funny. Everyone loves them. Every time I go to see one of your movies, it's a packed house. Are you branching out? Are you heading somewhere with it? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically all I do is film and edit things. Work for all kinds of people from, surf stuff. Like, do a lot of surf stuff for Quicksilver. I do a lot of stuff with CrossFit. The headquarters is here in Scotts Valley, so I do a lot of editing for them. And I actually did a couple stories with Vice TV last month in Africa. We went to Liberia.
Right.
And went to some crazy, islands over there and did some crazy stories. So that was pretty cool. A bunch of stuff.
This portion of the show is brought to you by It Ain't Pretty, another movie coming out. A unique and important documentary film about women who surf Ocean Beach in San Francisco. Two of the people highlighted in the movie are Ocean Beach locals Bianca Valenti, who became the first champion of the Big Wave World Tour event this year, along with another big wave surfer, Monique Kitamura. Have you surfed with her?
I have not.
You should check it out.
I have surfed with Bianca many of times.
The film highlights the community of women who surf Ocean Beach and what's like to be a woman surfing Ocean Beach in San Francisco. Check it out at itaintprettyfilm.com. This is Neil and Austin Smith Ford here on the Off the Lip Radio Show. We thank you for listening tonight. And just as a message from our sponsors.
Hey, this is Susie from Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz with a special offer for the Off the Lip Radio Show listeners. Now through April 15th, get 10% off when you mention the Off the Lip Radio Show and how much you love Neil and TC. We've got some great new styles and brands for spring, Sanook being one of them, happy, friendly, and fun. Check it out. We've listened to our customers. You guys have asked for arch support sandals. We got them, Bionic. You've also asked for larger sizes, now carrying 17 in selected brands and styles. Protect yourself with Sunny Sunbum Sunscreen. Flip Flop Shop Santa Cruz. We are located 1528 Pacific Avenue, downtown Santa Cruz. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey, Off the Lip Radio, going nationwide. Neil, TC, I want to put my support out there for you guys, and thank you all for supporting People's Coffee. I'm Kurt, the owner here. We're on the corner of 17th and Bromer in Live Oak Plaza. Wow, we just made 7 years, so we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We put out an amazing cup of coffee. If you haven't been down to check us out, take a moment. We don't disappoint. We care about your happiness. People's Coffee, corner of 17th and Bromer. We will not let you down.
This is TC from the Santa Cruz boardroom. If there's one thing I know, it's that everybody listening wears shoes. Check it out. Santa Cruz boardroom has 3,000 pairs of shoes in stock from the best brands in the business. Nike, Adidas, Emerica, Lakai, Converse, Globe, and Supra. Come on down, check out our 3,000 pairs of shoes, pick up some new tread for your feet, and be happy. Santa Cruz Boardroom, 825 41st Avenue, open every day of the week.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. This portion of the show is brought to you by Dogmatic Arts. Let me rattle off some local names. Homer, Rocky, Ratboy, Nat Young, Dollar, Nelly, Replogal, and of course Barney. Amazing photos of your surfer for sale at Dogmatic Arts in Capitola. Stop in, check out the art. Say hi to Patrick, the Lighthouse Building in downtown Capitola. In studio right now on the hot seat. He didn't know he was going to be sitting in the hot seat, but he came in and did a commercial with me tonight, this afternoon. I told him to come by the studio, and now he's on the air. This is 18-year-old Liam Hesson, who decided to start his own business. What's it called?
My business is called Easy Rider Surf School.
Okay. Now, you're going to be teaching people to surf?
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to be keeping out the way out of these guys right here?
Of course.
Because they're like, whoa, these guys are like, are you sure? You're going to make a promise on the air that you're taking your students out and they can't get anywhere near Austin Smith Ford. I see Kyle Buthman.
Of course. These are my peers right here.
These are
after these guys.
These are your peers? So what's your idea? Was your idea to start a school?
Yeah, it was my dad and I just one day. Well, we've seen all the surf schools out in the water.
Okay.
So we thought, might as well get in on it.
So it's going to be it's a business venture. What did you sign a contract with your dad?
No.
Who gets the glue?
We haven't really figured that out.
You might want to figure that out before you stick your toe in the water. Who's getting what over there? What do you think, Austin? Another surf school. What do you think? Good idea? These guys know what they're doing, though.
Yeah.
You know these guys are staying out of the lineup and getting out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good idea business-wise.
Got any tips?
I've been teaching surf lessons a little bit, so maybe,
you have?
Maybe they'll hire me if they need an extra instructor.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen, as a surfer, I know that surf lessons, when they're out in the water, they can be kind of annoying,
right?
Especially when they get in the way,
right?
So
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you have an idea what you're going to do that's different?
Well, first of all, our we're going to be running it right near our house, and we're right on the water, so
it's handy. It's easy. You're not changing wetsuits out of a van.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. So you got the location.
Yeah, a little location.
So what's your website name?
EasyRiderSurfSchool.com.
And you're on Facebook?
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Okay, Liam, good to see you, buddy. Now hit the road.
Thank you.
Okay, how about this other guy over here? Do you want to get on the radio? He doesn't want to get in the radio.
I'll let this guy on.
Yeah, we need to get
Riley's here.
Liam, you're out
got
of here.
New company.
Okay,
Santa
Riley,
Cruz
get over
native.
here, Riley. Okay, come over here. Okay, we got more people coming on the air. We got like a whole thing. The whole show's a commercial. Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Riley.
Riley, how old are you, Riley?
14 years old.
Okay, you came in here with T-shirts for everyone in here today and hats, right?
Oh yeah.
But why would you? You made these T-shirts?
Yeah, me and this artist Kyle Foster, we threw them together and kind of started printing them out.
I heard it's because your mom's getting tired of paying for your surfboard, your skateboard, your motorcycles. So she said, you know what, go earn your own money, and you started you came up with your own T-shirt company.
Yeah, I needed a way to pay for that stuff, so.
You know what you should do? Maybe you should get down there maybe you should get down in the foyer of the Del Mar at his movie, and you might want to talk to this guy over here.
You can raffle off some shirts and hats.
Yeah. Or
Okay, so
t-shirt
we're
buttons.
putting we're putting two and two together. So Riley, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
And you're a businessman?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gave me a business card. Kid's 14-year-old gave me a business
Are you
card.
taking business classes at New Brighton Middle School right now?
No, just regular classes.
Riley, so can you give me some website? You're going to check these. These are called Santa Cruz Natives. The great shirts, great logo. So if anybody out there wants a Santa Cruz shirt, Santa Cruz native shirt, check out. Go to Santa Cruz. What's the website? I forgot all about it.
SantaCruzNativeClothing.com.
Check it out. SantaCruzNativeClothing.com. You're on Facebook?
Yes, we do have a Facebook. It's also Santa Cruz Native.
Okay, and it's your company, or is your mom a business partner? Is your mom right here?
Yeah, she definitely helps out a lot.
Okay, she helps out a lot. What does she do? Just like driving? That can be a bit of a problem, huh?
Do you think one day when Santa Cruz Native gets so big that you want to expand, you're going to start like San Jose Native and Los Gatos Native just for everyone over the hill? You know, that's where the money's at.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about that. It's not a full plan yet.
What do you think, like LA Native?
Maybe.
What do you think? You could go big.
Yeah, I have a good feeling about that.
Okay, so is the money flowing in right now, or no? Is you still at the ground floor?
It's coming in, going back into the business. So
Okay.
no fun money yet, but it will start coming.
So the first thing you're gonna buy with fun money is?
I need a bigger motorcycle, so like
Okay.
a new motorcycle.
So check out Santa Cruz Clothing, Santa Cruz Native Clothing. What is
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
How old do you have to be to drive a motorcycle these days?
He wants a motorcycle. He's started his own business. He's 12 years old. Good luck to him. You know?
I think he's 14, but yeah.
Is he 14? Are you 14?
Yeah.
God, no, I said 14. I said 12 again.
I think you asked him twice already.
How old are you, Neil? 70?
50. Oh, wow. That $5 you were going to get? Forget it. You're listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO with my former co-host, Austin Smith Ford.
70.
Kyle Buthman's in studio tonight. We are talking about Tattletales movie, which is coming out on July 16th at the
Del Mar Theater.
Del Mar Theater
And
downtown.
He's 14 years old.
Can you tell us who is the big star of the movie? Is it Peter Mill?
Pete's got a good story in there. Pete's got a story about a two-way fold down at Mavericks that he had back in the early 90s.
Right.
It's actually got old footage of that going down, so that's a pretty good story he's got in there. He's got some waves at Mavs also, but this guy sitting next to me, Austin Smith Ford, is one of the stars, main surf stars, I'd say, along with Nat Young, Noah Wagrich, Nick Hernandez. But yeah, there's.
Did those people come to stories with you? Did you find out about them, or did you do some investigative work? How did you get these stories together?
I mean, I basically asked anyone I could think of who might have a good story. You know, every surfer's got a good story. That's kind of where the whole idea of the movie came from. It's like every surfer's got a good story. You know, good stories come along with surfing and going on surf missions. Like when you're going into a wave up north, things happen, you know? Like cool stuff just seems to happen. So that's the whole concept of the movie, and that's people came to me, I went to people, and that's it.
Super relatable, you know. Everyone has gone surfing or had something crazy happen to them, either in their life surfing or just in their life in general. So I think it'll be a pretty cool thing to pull you through the movie and kind of break up the surfing, because like he was saying earlier, it does get a little repetitive. You want kind of something to keep your interest after a couple minutes.
Nat starts surfing tomorrow at J-Bay, correct?
He does.
How do you like his chances down there?
What's today, the 8th?
I think it's Thursday,
it
right?
The 10th.
It's Thursday. How do you like his chances down there?
Oh, I think J-Bay is going to be a good wave for him. I actually talked to Nat, and he said he's been there before and had a tough time, but he went early. He went like 10 or 12 days early so he could warm up, and I know he's actually been getting some really good waves over there already. So I think, you know, coming off a second in Fiji, now he's going to be back on his backhand, which is probably, he's really comfortable, obviously, on both. But coming from Santa Cruz, he's got a really strong backhand, so I think his chances are good. It could be his first win.
Cool. You're listening to the Off the Lip Radio Show on KSCO, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We won't be back at this short break because Chris, my engineer, disappeared. So we're going to continue. This portion of the show is brought to you by Foodsmith, the nutritious meals sourced from all local and organic ingredients, no added sugar, low salt, primary gluten, and dairy free. What else they got? Here we go. Oh, I just had the chicken enchiladas from the Foodsmith. They were wrapped, spinach wrapped. Have you ever had the Foodsmith food? No, because you're too skinny. I need the Foodsmith because I'm old and I'm fat, so I was fat. But
No callers on the trivia question yet?
Where's the trivia question, people? Hang on a second. Crafted by Chef Jamie Smith, our own local Santa Cruz restaurateur and community activist, 11 convenient pickup locations throughout Santa Cruz for easy click and collect. MyFoosmith.com directly to your preferred pickup location. No calls on the trivia question. It was too hard. Was it too hard?
I don't know. Not if you're.
Do you want to?
Not if you're a Santa Cruz native.
Do you want to take another stab at an easier question? Give away the tickets and the T-shirts.
If you answer one of the questions, you gotta get the first question. If you get the first question,
okay,
you
give
get
us the
one
first.
ticket.
Give us
if you
the
get
first.
Both, you get two.
Give us the first
like
question
that.
to go before we go to commercial.
Okay.
Give us the first part of the question again.
First question for one ticket is who had the closing segment of Get Rad's 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
If you want 2 tickets, rap one of the lines in Taste the Rainbow by Little Skittles.
831-479-1080 is the phone number. This is Neil here, Austin Smith Ford, and our guest Kyle Buthman in studio tonight. We'll be right back after this commercial. Santa Cruz's own beautiful De La Vega golf course offers you 18 or 9 holes and a lighted driving range that has 40 stalls, so you're almost guaranteed a spot. Check out their great deal. You can buy a county discount card and save each time you play. The card is just $50, and that lets you save around 25% of green fees for 1 year from the date of purchase. Head professional Tim Blaustall and his staff invite you to come and play one of the finest golf courses in Northern California. For further information, go to delavegagolf.com or book your tee time by calling 831-423-7214.
Hi, it's Julie.
And Simon with Toyota of Santa Cruz.
How are you guys tonight? Hey, let's keep this short and sweet. If you want to get the best deal on any Toyota, new or used, come to Toyota of Santa Cruz. And remember, our service department's open 7 days a week, so it's parts and our shuttle. So we will take care of you. Just come in and buy a car.
Come down and check out our certified pre-owned center. We have a huge selection, one of the largest selections of pre-owned cars in the Santa Cruz County. If you're looking for Tacomas, Prius, Camry, we have them. We have a huge selection. So one place to go, drive them all. We'll make it real easy for you. Come down and check us out.
If you don't want to get off the couch and drive down to the dealership, start shopping online at SantaCruzToyota.com. Then come and see me
or Simon,
and we'll take care of you. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Just kidding.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu, and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
And we are back with the Off the Lip Radio Show. We got guests coming and going tonight. We are broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California, where we are currently recording all the surf and skate history in Santa Cruz and beyond. But now Dollar's gone. Okay? We talk about Dollar's effort in Peru.
Sure.
What do you think, Austin?
Talk about Tattletales some more. That's what I'm really interested in.
Okay, let's talk about Tattletales some more. You're the guest co-host tonight. You picked the subject.
Let's do it. So,
what do you want to talk about?
So, Kyle, you know, as I said before, you are pretty much nonstop working on this film these days. How many hours do you think you've spent in the editing room leading up to Tattletales getting finished?
I can't not answer that question. I wouldn't even want to know the answer to that question. Too many hours. It is so crazy how long it takes to edit and make sure everything is perfect, you know, and then when you get it done to rewatch it and then, you know, still make sure it's perfect and then color correct it and mix the audio, and it's a lot of work, you know.
Where'd you learn how to do this?
There's been a lot of work going into this movie for the last year and a half now. The footage goes back to ever since Get Rad 3 was done, which was about a year and a half ago, so yeah, it's been...
So, rumor on the street has it that in the filming of Tattletales, things were getting so intense that a drone was lost. Is this a true story? And can we get a little Tattletales version of what happened?
All right. So this was actually not too long ago. This was just about 2 weeks ago. I was on the west side filming Stockton Avenue. Really nice morning. And was flying the drone. Noe was surfing. Got some mental footage, actually. And... you know, the batteries on those things don't last a super long time. You can get about 15 minutes off a full charge. I had 4 batteries with me, and I flew 2 batteries, got like crazy footage, and I had my other camera, you know, ready to shoot from the beach too, and I was like, oh, I'll fly 1 more battery. Basically, for some reason, the battery wasn't fitting into the helicopter I don't know why. So I decided to use the fourth battery I had that I knew wasn't fully charged. I was like, oh, I'll just leave it out there for 10 minutes or something. And had it out there for 10 minutes, brought it back, and I could see the lights on the battery were still green. I was like, I got a couple more minutes. I took it back out, and I was actually following Mike Golder. Was in the barrel on a wave. He was in the barrel. And I'm not watching the helicopter when I fly. I'm looking into the screen, watching what I'm actually filming. And I noticed that it wasn't really an aerial shot anymore. The helicopter was actually in the barrel with Mike Golder. No joke. It was in the barrel. And the battery I pressed up, like as much throttle as I could, and nothing. It just kept going down. I could see his head go out of frame, and then the thing just dropped. And Noe and Mike started looking for it out there. There's so much seagrass out there, no one could find it. And basically, the copter probably would have been pretty much toasted, but the card with all the footage on it that was mental was on it, and it's a waterproof card.
So it worked.
So we never found the helicopter, but we went back looking for it. Mike, Noe, and I went snorkeling for that card like 4 times over there, and every time before you go, you think like, oh, we're gonna find it. There's gonna be 4 of us out there. We did it on low tide, high tide. We did it when there's big swell. We did it when there's small swell, and just no luck. We swam around through that whole reef. There's so many crevices out there and seagrass, and we didn't find any piece of it.
Gone.
So be honest, like when that happened, did you cry?
I didn't cry. I actually took it pretty well. I had fun with that thing. Thing went to Africa with me. That thing went to a lot of places.
You replace it?
I'll have to replace it.
What's the cost of those things?
It's just a little one. The cost on that, I was probably like $3,500 in. So.
Ouch.
Plus the GoPro.
It was not ideal.
Expensive.
Yeah, they're.
So come on down to Tattletales and help repay the drone fund.
Yeah. Is it going to be a drone fund? What about Kickstarter campaign for a new drone fund?
That's the Tattletales movie, I guess.
Okay, so tell us again where the movie's at, because we're coming to the end of the show. I want people to head down there and check it out.
July 16th, so that's next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next week, Wednesday the 16th at 7:30 p.m. downtown at the Del Mar Theater. We're going to do a huge raffle.
$10?
That's $10 for a ticket. Comes with a free raffle ticket. We're going to do a huge raffle. We're going to have a surfboard from Santa Cruz Surfboards, tons of skateboards, clothes, hats, giveaways, whatever, throwouts, and it should be a fun night.
Where can you get tickets this week?
Tickets are available at Freeline Design Surf Shop right here on 41st, and also at Pacific Wave Surf Shop downtown. Pacific Wave is one of the sponsors of the movie. They've helped out with all my movie premieres in the past, so that's a big help. It gets really expensive to make a movie. You don't know what goes into it, but Pac Wave is a big help. Also, Paradigm Sport. Joey Wolf just opened a new gym back right by Costco.
He's sponsoring the show?
He's also sponsoring the show. So check out Paradigm Sport if you're looking to get fit.
Is that why you're looking so chiseled over there? What's going on? Is that a schmedium? Are you just that big?
I don't know. I hope. I have been working out with Joey, but yeah.
Okay, we've had fun tonight. It's been a good show. Dollar was great.
I also got to mention one more sponsor.
Okay, go ahead.
Brian Ebert, B&E Sanding.
Okay.
He does Killer Ding Repair, and he's another sponsor of the show. So.
Okay, cool. So looking forward to the show.
Kind of conflicting.
Now, make sure you get there early, because this isn't like the Rio where you can stroll down there and get a seat. There's only 500 seats.
There's 500 seats. In the past, we've sold... The first year, there was like 700 people. The years after that, had 2 and 3, there was about 650, and they stopped letting people in.
Right.
So I'm hoping we're going to have that problem again. It's only 500, so it's less, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think tickets will go fast. So.
Okay. You ready for next week's show?
I'm so ready.
You ready? If TC doesn't show up, you're back in the seat again? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I love this seat. I would be down to be a regular on KSCO.
Backup co-host?
Yeah.
Next week, we've got Mark Nassar in the studio. You know who he is?
Oh, yeah.
You know who Mark Nassar is?
Yeah, that's the man right there.
Who is he?
He's Mark Nassar.
He's Mark Nassar. Mark Nassar is the attorney for the surfers at Martin's Beach. With the issue at Martin's Beach?
No, I am not filled in on the issue at Martin's Beach.
Where the issue at Martin's Beach, where the gentleman over the hill there, the millionaire tycoon, bought the property on the beach at Martin's Beach, which is about 30 minutes south, maybe 50 minutes south of Harpoon Bay, and he locked the gates, kept the surfers out. So now it's in court.
Oh, that's
big hula. But
cool,
Dylan Christensen, one of the surfers, is going to be in studio. Mark Nassar, who is O'Neill's attorney and the attorney for Surfrider. has been battling, and next week I think it's going to come to a head. So he's going to be in the studio and talk about the mess at Martin's Beach there in just south of Half Moon Bay. What do you think?
That's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, I see where both sides are coming from. If I had billions of dollars, I'd want to buy myself a private beach. So
right, but keep the surf. You'd let the surfers surf, right? Would you want to wave to yourself? But this guy doesn't even surf. This guy doesn't even
myself. If I bought it, why not?
This guy doesn't even surf.
Oh, he doesn't.
No.
So he just keeps them out.
Yeah. What do you think? No.
Yeah, that's pretty greedy. Should maybe charge him a little fee, a little daily.
That's all, if you find your way in, then you find your way in without anyone out there, right?
Yeah.
That's some of the beauty of the places that are illegal to surf.
So just get a boat in there?
Yeah, get a boat in there, and maybe you got to swim out there.
What happens if you come into the water, but you don't come into the beach?
Exactly. That's, there's beaches around here that's the law. You can surf it, but as soon as you touch the shore,
right.
We're
going to find out next. We're going to find out next week what's going on. I want to thank Austin Smith Ford tonight for being my guest co-host with TC. I think TC's at home kicking back. Just didn't feel like it. Wasn't in his bones tonight.
Understandable.
He's been busy. He had a big July 4th. I want to thank Kyle Buthman coming in the show tonight, and I want to wish you the best of luck with the movie. It's going to be a packed house. You're an excellent movie maker, and everyone in Santa Cruz County and beyond, come down and check it out. Once again, it's at the Wednesday night, July 16th at 7:30 at the Del Mar Theater downtown. This has been Neil Perlberg with the Off the Lip Radio Show, broadcasting from Santa Cruz, California. We will see you next week with Mark Nassara.
Your source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. AM 1080, KSCO, Santa Cruz.
Prices on the southern border set his